As a reviewer, sometimes you have to look at games you may not like, for the greater good. The greater good. Naturally, you have to do your best to stay impartial, but simply put, there are some games out there that were not made for me. The Exiled is one of those games. I'm not saying it's a bad game by any means, it's just not the jam in my sandwich if you catch my gif. The Exiled is a PvP-focused open-world MMO. It actually plays a bit like a MOBA, but with some more RPG elements thrown in. Pretty sure I just named someone's wet dream. Now the game just hit early access on Steam, so there's gonna be some issues. But it's free to play. Hot damn, an early access game being free to play. That is rare, but likely for the greater good. The greater good. The first time I played this game was roughly 2 years ago, and I will give the Exiled some props. It has come a long way, and could definitely become a nice little niche title for the PvP crowd. Starting off, you'll pick a server and then go through a brief, albeit very informative, tutorial. The game presents you with 5 different weapon types to choose from: staff, war scythe, totem, bow, and the spear and shield. Each one has a different skill set attached to it, so you'll want to find one that fits your playstyle. You'll start off with only 3 skills, but you can unlock more by finding scrolls throughout the world. Mostly on enemy corpses, I found. Seems like an odd thing to keep on your person, but if I start looking for logic in MMOs now, I'm gonna lose my mind real fast. I went with the totem because I'm a sucker for poison and healing. You then choose from 3 armor types: robes, splint mail, and leather. Once again, each one gives you a different set of abilities. Robes allow you to teleport, leather increases your running speed, and splint mail increases your protection. The tutorial will also introduce you to a few different events you can do in-game, like meteorites. These are mini events where you'll defend the meteor from waves of enemies. Once they're defeated, you'll gain materials to use for crafting new equipment and learning new skills. Crafting is done at workshops, and learning is done at dojos. So while killing enemies is important for leveling up, doing events like these will be vital to upgrading your character. As I stated, the game plays like an odd mix of MMO and MOBA. You'll move around using WASD, and use your mouse to aim your attacks. You'll have a base attack, which is done via left click, and your skills are activated by hitting QERF and 1 through 5. Much like its MOBA brethren, you can hide in tall grass, and use this to be all stealthy-like. And that's all. After that, the game just throws you in and says go. Like this! I don't like you people. Apparently, there are no safe zones in the game, and also full loot PvP. Once again, I just named someone's wet dream. I've gotta stop doing that. The Exiled is one of those games you're gonna want to play with a group of people, either a clan or a pre-made group. Trust me, it's for the greater good. The greater good. Oh, shut it! If you try and hoof it alone, you'll find it hard to do much of anything. I tried. A lot. Since I'm a complete loser with no friends, I kept asking to join a clan, but I found most people either didn't speak English or simply weren't recruiting. That meant I was going at it solo. The game itself told me to try a meteorite. Apparently they can be done solo. Yeah, okay. Sure, maybe I should have been using a different weapon? I don't know, but there's absolutely no way I'm pulling this off. After this, I just decided to explore. Throughout the map, there are areas for clans to control and make their own bases, which I think is pretty cool. I've always enjoyed player-run cities, although I'm wondering if it's possible for one clan to control the entire map. Is that possible? I hope so. There's also several enemy NPC camps. That's where I spent most of my time, picking off NPCs one by one to try and level up and get new skills. However, materials weren't really dropping off of these guys, so my growth was rather limited. I quickly got up to level 7, which apparently puts me 75% above most other players? That doesn't bode well, considering this only took me like an hour. But with a free-to-play game, I guess that's to be expected. As I stated at the beginning of the video, this game just wasn't made for me. I'm not a huge fan of open PvP or full loot unless it's done extremely well. And while I think the Exiled is on the right path, I'm not sure it's there yet. But it's still early access, so they have time. And plus, it's free. I definitely like this more than some other games I've done recently, because at least this is something slightly different. Bottom line, if you're a hardcore PvPer who likes grouping up with others and kicking ass, this might be the game for you. If not though, And that was The Exiled. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button for future videos. I've also put another video for you to watch right up here. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter or Facebook. And if you really want to help the channel, you can donate to me on Patreon like these other amazing people. They donate for the greater good. The greater good.